All right. It is 10 o'clock, and it is time for Fox 10 Talks. And boy, if you needed any kind of a reminder as we head into what just might be the hottest day so far this year. We'll see what happens. We're thinking a 112. Who knows? Maybe some areas will creep up to a 113. It's Ron and Celeste on Fox 10 Talks, but how about that? Danielle was out earlier this morning, put that old temperature gauge out there. It's nice to know, Celeste, that we still have one that's not digital.
That is so
I mean,
true.
where do you even go to buy something like that now?
I know. I think when she had this in the vehicle, it was 94 degrees outside, and it got that hot. It
138 degrees in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
Inside a car.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be talking to her about that today as we face now the next couple of days are going to be just extremely warm. But also today, Koa Peat becomes a Phoenix Sun. What could be better for Suns fans? I mean, he was a superstar in high school, and he really helped U of A get all the way to the Final Four this year in March Madness, but there's so many superstars that come out of Perry High. We're going to talk to the one person, Celeste, who might know the answer as to why.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
They're full of lots of wisdom.
They are. And then President Trump is now threatening the oil companies with an investigation. He wants those gas prices down now. If you take a look at where the national average about a week before the war started was $2.92.
Okay.
So why are we still like at around $3.92? He says, look, there's going to be an investigation coming if something doesn't change fast. And then Burger King's CEO is speaking out against not his own company. They're trying, but he says, look, there's one item on the menu I'm not going to eat. It's not good enough.
Yeah, he wants it to be better. And there's one thing he wishes actually they would add back to the menu that they no longer have on the menu.
He's an interesting guy. I mean, he's really gone in there to shake things up.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be talking all about that as well. Also, this is an interesting kind of a trending question. Think about this. If somebody gave you $1 million, but they said you have to spend it all for maybe the rest of your life on food at one restaurant.
Oh, interesting.
One chain restaurant.
Oh, that would be hard.
Not some local yokel type thing, but a chain restaurant.
Okay.
Drive through or walk in and eat.
Wow.
Be thinking about that, you guys in the chat.
Noodle it around.
Noodle it. Maybe it's a noodle shop.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? But anyway, all right, let's get right to Danielle's report, because this is a great reminder. And I think for anybody who maybe has moved here more recently, you just don't appreciate what happens inside our cars.
And you can take a look right here. This car has already heated up to, oh my gosh, you can't even see it. It's blazing.
Went to 138.
138 is what it was reading right there. So deadly, very dangerous. This is the temperature right here on this particular spot of the vehicle. So Captain Dave Folio with the Scottsdale Fire Department, these are some of the calls that are just devastating.
Yeah,
and there's a way to prevent it.
They're preventable, 100% preventable. Children can't regulate their heat in their body 3 to 4 times like the adults can. Getting up to even 104 is heat stroke for them, and that's a 911 emergency, and then 107 is death. So there's no excuse to leave your child in a vehicle, to just run in to grab anything out of a store, and then be really careful. Let me show you some safety tips. Usually it's a caregiver. Last year across the United States, 33 kids died from being locked in a hot vehicle. So take precautions. If you're a caregiver and you're taking the child to daycare, one, have the daycare call if they don't show up, and two, put something in the back seat so that it'll alert you to that you have to get the child out of the seat. So if I need that for work, I need this for work, my badge to get in, I'll put that back. I'll put my left shoe back here, that way I can drive with my right shoe and still get in. And then I'll even take one of their toys and then put this in the front seat just to remind me that I have the child for the day. It could be a grandma taking the child to the daycare. I'll put that in the front seat. So when you get out of the vehicle, you're reminded to get those type of things. And once again, lock the vehicle when you get home. Once the child's out, lock the vehicle, because sometimes a lot of kids play hide and seek, and you don't want them to get into the vehicle and accidentally lock the vehicle. And when your kids are older, actually show them how to unlock the vehicle. So if they do get in there, or to honk the horn. And then let's get into if you see somebody's child in a vehicle. If you pull up to the mall, you see a child in there, you're protected under the Good Samaritan law. If you think that child's life is in danger, to break a window to get that child out. Immediately call 911 to get us coming so that we can unlock the vehicle and get the child out of the vehicle.
And you were saying yesterday you guys did a test on this. How hot yesterday in the broad daylight did this vehicle get?
Yeah, so it's going to get to 112 today. It's early this morning, but that got up to 191, and you can see it's already kind of starting to fail just where we're at now.
Because
so it jumped up to 138, and it's kind of cloudy out. So it's a serious thing. You never leave the children in the vehicle. A lot of the newer vehicles, too, you have that false sense that it's going to stay running. It shuts off because the battery, it doesn't pick up the key. Zero excuses. Do not leave your children in any vehicle to run in to grab anything. You know, we always say we'll never let them out of our sight. It's our most precious gift, but yet we'll do that. I don't get it. It will happen. It can happen to you.
So let's bring Danielle in on the phone right now. Danielle, heat was your beat for most of the morning. That was, for all of us who've lived here for a long time, it was still pretty eye-opening what you and Dave Folio had come up with. You don't want to put it in the shocking category.
Yeah.
But boy, we all have to remember it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we hear this message, especially when it starts to heat up. But I mean, even in the winter time, a vehicle can heat up pretty quick, just, with no airflow going to it. But we were out there at the Scottsdale Fire Department today, and they had a thermometer that was inside the car. And even from it running completely with the air on, turning it off, and about 5 minutes later, it was already heated up to 122 degrees. And then it kind of hovered around 122 degrees for a little bit. And we were standing out there for about 10 minutes or so, and it spiked to about 138. And speaking with Captain Dave Folio from the Scottsdale Fire Department, they did another test in midday when it was really the hottest part of the day. Oh. And he said that they clocked it like 192.
Wow.
So,
5 minutes?
No, I don't know the length of that, but that was just in the hottest part of the day, which obviously we did our test in the early morning hours. It was during the 7 a.m. hours, so still not the hottest part of the day. There was still a little bit of cloud cover, and it just goes to show you that it heats up very quick and can be deadly within a matter of seconds, minutes, really.
Danielle, we were chatting about this offline in the studio, and then we have a comment in our chat right now this morning as well saying when they were, years ago, we didn't really have these many cases. We didn't have as many cases as we report on now when it comes to leaving children in a hot car, leaving cars in a hot car. Did Dave Folio share anything about why maybe we've seen a rise in these in, I guess, the last several years?
The only thing that we were kind of talking about was, society is so different nowadays that everyone's distracted. Everyone has a million things going on. You have your cell phone, you have work, you have jobs, childcare, people helping you, grandma and grandpa helping. So it really kind of boils down to when a schedule is off. He says that's typically when they see the most of these tragedies happen, is when, maybe a caregiver is taking the kid and it's off schedule. Maybe dad who doesn't take the child to childcare, that switches and maybe dad has to take the baby, or vice versa if mom isn't really the drop-off person. So he said it's typically when things get switched up and out of the normal, out of the routine. That's typically what they see happening when these tragedies happen.
All right, that's our Danielle Miller. Danielle, appreciate your time today. Good warning for every mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, caregiver, etc. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Danielle.
You bet.
Do we want to pop up that 10-day real quick again, Ron?
Let's
and
do
just
it,
kind of
Celeste.
we can chat about
really
that.
Should be talking about it because that's a big number for today.
It's probably, we had that hot stretch in March, but this is probably the hottest week that we've seen in quite some time, and maybe even the hottest week consistently since the beginning of the year. But we have 112. That'll be our number here today. 111 on Thursday, Friday 110. So very hot this week. Fortunately, by Sunday, we're at 103, Ron.
Let's talk about now this situation. There's so many various aspects to what we're going to be experiencing today and tomorrow. There was a lady who died from exhaustion and heat illness. She was out hiking with her family. In the Tucson area, look, this map just shows you, you go up and over the mountains, there's some beautiful areas to hike. But the sheriff's department had to respond. It wasn't even the afternoon, Celeste. It was late morning.
Yeah.
It was somewhere around 11:30, and rescue crews found Robin Janes, 75 years old, had been hiking with her family. And at that point, I would guess the temps were probably around 100, give or take. But they rushed her, they had airlifted her to the hospital. She died. So you just have to keep an eye. I am a big proponent of just scaling back your hiking plans this time of year.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and then there's one other thing. When it comes to all of this hiking, people need to be aware that the rules are in effect already. Mm-hmm. At 8 o'clock this morning and going until 5 this afternoon,
yes,
all of the hiking trails in the city are basically off limits.
Yeah, there are a few at South Mountain that are still open, but for the most part, many of them are. And then the city of Scottsdale, they do have some rules as well when it comes to some of their hiking trails. So you just have to check the website for the city that you're in and maybe check some of those areas. And if the gate's shut, then you can't go in.
Yeah.
And it's for your own good. It's because, they're trying to protect us from ourselves.
And kind of interesting, too, Celeste, this Health Watch story came in with perfect timing for us today.
Yeah.
Most people are not drinking enough water. Dehydration is really an issue. And this new study came out this morning. It said almost 50% of us are not hydrated enough. Mm-hmm. They found that people go mildly dehydrated. It can cause all kinds of health issues, and it sort of sneaks up on you. All of a sudden, you're feeling fatigued, and you can't figure out why. Well, maybe you haven't drank any water for the last, I don't know, couple of hours, 2 or 3 walks.
Or maybe you're like a hardcore coffee drinker or a soda drinker, mm-hmm. and you forget, You forget. Oh, I haven't had water this morning.
Yeah,
I need to take some in.
So if you experience the headache, the fatigue, the dizziness, the mood changes, and long term, you can get kidney stones if you don't hydrate enough. Celeste, take it from me because I've had kidney stones.
I had kidney stones with all of my babies.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but that's for a different story.
I hope they appreciate what you went through, Celeste. Mystery Cam preview time. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know, but noodle it around, and we'll have more on your comments. You guys had great comments. We're going to talk about it after the break.
Lots of noodling today. Lots of noodling. All right, everybody. You got 15 more minutes if you want to play along on the Mystery Cam today, Celeste. It's not a big enough city for a stoplight.
No.
It's a four-way stop.
Yes. It's very cute, though. Look at the clock. You see the clock on the corner there?
I like it.
I mean, they have crosswalks, so they're a safe community to cross. And I'm sure they have a great little diner.
It's like they thought of everything with the crosswalks and all of that. Hey, we have a great report coming up for you right now. There's been a lot happening today in Washington, and Doug Luzader talking about this was a big-time rebuke. The House already voted for it. Late yesterday, the Senate did too. Here's his report.
When the president meets with GOP senators here today, he's likely to talk about a number of agenda items here on Capitol Hill, and he'll face some growing discontent when it comes to Iran.
The concurrent motion is agreed to.
For the first time, the Senate yesterday signed off on a war powers resolution calling on President Trump to end the war with Iran. It doesn't force his hand, but Democrats say it sends a message.
Only Congress has the power to take this nation to war, and this one must end.
Maybe we should run again. Should we run one more time?
The president spent part of the day at a truck plant in Pennsylvania. He later called the Senate vote meaningless. And in front of an enthusiastic crowd, he defended his strategy.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon if that's okay.
The Secretary of State Marco Rubio is now in the region trying to sell Trump's approach to allies. Iran's president, at least publicly, remains defiant, saying any agreement with the U.S. will not cover the country's missile program, and the regime says no nuclear inspections have been scheduled.
They're wrong. They know they're wrong. They told us inside, and we have it down 100% inspections. And if they were right, I'd cancel the meetings right now.
And while the president touted the increased flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz, he went after oil companies overnight, posting on social media, "Customers are being gouged. I've instructed the DOJ to immediately start looking into this. Gasoline prices better start going down a lot faster than what I'm seeing."
Okay, so let's jump right into our poll question, Celeste. Here's what it looks like. A rebuke to the president on Iran. The Senate requiring congressional approval for further military action. Here are your options. You can grab the QR code. 20% are saying good. Congress holds the power to declare war. He should have gone to them first. 73%, though, say it's bad. The war is actually winding down, and they're just trying to make him look bad. Another 7%, this is option number 3, would have been better if they'd done this quite a while ago. It's a little late now.
All right, let's take a look at your numbers on YouTube. I think we need to do a refresh. It was just put up not too long ago. 48% say good, Congress holds the power to declare war. 35% say bad, the war is slowing down. And 16% of you say would have been better if they'd done this weeks ago. It is too late now. Let's get to Abby. I believe she has a few comments this morning.
Yeah.
On this
or do
issue.
you, Abs? Wait, she's been looking. It's sort of back and forth. Let's go to Abby. Do you have anything yet, Abs?
I have a few, yeah.
Oh, you do?
All right, sister.
3 minutes ago, she didn't even have Wi-Fi.
I didn't have Wi-Fi on my computer, so I felt a little lost. But you know what? We're catching up. And Celeste, you were right. Those numbers were not updated on YouTube. So just an update. We're up to almost 500 votes on that.
Wow.
So you guys
Okay.
can keep voting on there.
Okay.
So yes, let me scroll down and get to some comments. Dwight Bell says, when America is attacked by enemies on American soil, we are going to slay everything in our past. Me, I can't wait. My wealth and home is my heaven. Jose Camacho 511 says, you could not interfere in the policies of the President of the United States. Once you do, you become an enemy of America. And there are a lot of comments coming in right now. I want to keep reading them to you guys, but I just want to make sure we go through all of them first.
Got to watch for those. People are, we have the friendliest chat online. We always say that.
We do.
And people avoid the 4-letter words, which is very important
And Abby
in this business.
And Abby doesn't read the 4-letter words, so she's good. Yeah, she knows how to spot those. Abs, thank you so much. We'll check in with you a little bit later.
She's amazing.
Speaking of the greatest chat online, Ron, let's do this. If I just can mention this one.
Okay.
OU8 is joining us this morning. He says that they've been watching since we were in the closet the little black dark closet.
OU8, we welcome you to actually join the chat now. This is great.
Yeah, so
I wonder if it means he's a supporter of Oklahoma.
I was thinking he just loved that we wanted to eat all day long. He says, I said, how long have you been on? Are you new to the chat? He said, yes, or he or she says, yes. I'm not sure what I'm doing. LOL. Been watching since before you all came out of the closet. And I was like, what closet? I just want to clarify.
It does require clarification. We started. This is amazing. If you guys could see the view, if we could turn the camera around. So we have this studio that they built for Fox 10 Talks. We have a big studio where you do the balancing act and where I do the Great American Story.
Right.
And then now we have 2 more studios that they're going to be opening up in the next. We are trying to lead the world when it comes to streaming.
Absolutely. Brian, do you have access to that wide shot where it shows the green wall? We have a guest here in studio as well. If we could pop that over and kind of show people behind the scenes what a big space this is that we have. You probably saw it at the end of the 9 o'clock hour. Here
look at that.
Yeah. So
this is all it takes to be number one in the streaming world is a big empty room with a green wall.
Well, and it takes Matt Beienburg from Goldwater Institute.
Good. Matt,
Matt's
welcome
here.
aboard. So there are some things coming up on this ballot that you and the folks at Goldwater have been paying close attention to. What are some of them?
Sure. So there's several measures. One, there's an effort to really attack and roll back the state's flagship school choice program, the Empowerment Scholarship Account program. That's a program that serves 100,000 kids in Arizona, helps them get private school tuition paid for, helps them do homeschooling, helps them get special education therapy. You've got hundreds of kids in Native American reservations from the foster care system, from the military who are served by this program. And there's a ballot measure that's trying to kick off tens of thousands of kids from this program, make it harder for families to use the program, and to confiscate the funds from these kids every year.
You mentioned a moment ago, because initially with this proposition, it talks about the $150,000 mark where they say
income limit.
Income limit, yeah. But you said that is just the beginning because over the course of years, it doesn't increase with inflation and then eventually kicks off a lot of other families.
That's right. They're saying, hey, this is just to hit high-income earners, and so we're going to kick off any kid whose family is at $150,000 or more. But they intentionally crafted that to get outstripped by inflation. So in future years, obviously, we've been seeing inflation 4, 5, 6% the last few years. That income cap doesn't keep up with it. So you're going to have lower and lower income Arizona families get kicked off. And even today, this is a point just to make this a little more personal.
Yeah.
You could have 2 teachers. The average teacher salary at a district like Phoenix Union is over $75,000.
Oh, wow.
So you could have a mom and a dad who are public school teachers who would be thrown off this program because they'd be said, well, you're you're too wealthy. We're not going to let you get assistance for your kids in this program.
This has been why has it become more controversial just in this last year, the ESA? Because it's been around for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been serving kids since 2012. It's been under attack from organizations for years. We actually have seen organizations who have made it really their mission to try to rip up this program and go after it, and which is really ironic because now they're saying they're here to try and help and protect and reform it. That measure is funded almost 100% from out-of-state special interest groups coming in, millions of dollars being plowed in because they don't like this program. They're trying to take it away from families and make it harder for them to use.
But isn't that the argument on that side that it's cutting back funding for public schools and is part of why so many public schools are struggling?
Yeah, so we've heard that argument a lot, and really that's something worth digging into. And so, first off, it's worth recognizing that Arizona spends $16,000 per kid in an Arizona school district.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That amount has actually gone up, even adjusted for inflation, since they made the ESA program universal. So we've actually seen more funding go to the public schools. And then we say, well, what about the schools who are struggling? They're closing. You can take the Roosevelt Elementary School District in Phoenix, for example. That school got national attention, that district, because they were going to close about 5 schools. Well, it turned out that half the kids who lived in that district had left to go to other public school districts and go to other public schools. They're not struggling for enrollment because of the ESA program. They're struggling because these schools are losing kids to other public schools. There's fewer kids that are, being born each year, and they're blaming the ESA program and saying you're the reason that we're losing kids when 10 times as many kids have left districts like that for other options. Has nothing to do with the ESA program.
So they're usually going public to public, not public to
much
private.
More frequently. Yeah.
For clarification, you said $16,000 roughly around there is what schools get per pupil, per student.
That's the average spending per kid. Yep.
Average spending. So ESA average recipient receives between, I guess, 7 and 9, depending on if they have 409 plan, or was it 405 plans, IEPs, things like that?
Yeah, so the typical student in the ESA program gets about $7,500 per year. If they have special needs, that number can be significantly higher. And a kid who has special needs gets more funding, whether they're in the public school or the ESA program.
Okay.
But a typical student, yeah, you're talking, no matter how you slice it, it costs thousands of dollars more to educate a kid in the public school system than on the ESA program. So these families are getting less funding, and they're saying, this serves my kid better. So it's a win for taxpayers, and it's a win for the families.
So what happens to that other portion of the money if the family is only getting between $7,500 and $9,000?
Yeah, so the funding formula is very convoluted, but a lot of that funding actually stays in the public school system. So for instance, there's a thing called the Classroom Site Fund. It gives $1,000 of state funding to every public school kid. Anytime a kid leaves the public school and goes to the ESA, that just gets sent straight back to the public school system to get redistributed back. So actually you end up increasing the amount of resources that are available for the public school kids per pupil as more kids join the ESA program.
I feel like one of the things that does not get talked about a lot is, so let's say you have your kids in an ESA program, and you want to spend some of that money at like a local, almost like a mom and pop operation where they can go get their PE done, that type
gym.
of thing.
Yeah.
Where do you think that fits into the overall economy?
Yeah, and that's really one of the wonderful things about this program is the ESA says we're not going to micromanage what we think is best for your kid. We're going to let you use this for private school tuition. We see families use it for things like piano tutoring, for athletics, for all sorts of, trying to say our kids need a well-rounded education academically, and with all of these opportunities, they can use the funds for museums, they can get hands-on education. So these are fantastic things, which then also says, yeah, if someone wants to go be a tutor or set up a little shop or an educational offering for these kids, they can do that. So it's helpful for the kids and for the broader state.
Matt, you've been amazing. We need to have you back.
You're a fast talker. Did anybody ever tell you that before?
I've heard that. Used to very short time spans to get a lot of information in.
Oh, yeah.
Celeste is a fast talker, but you beat her. Anyway, okay, so you're with the Goldwater Institute, and I'm sure we'll try to cover this at all of the various angles, but really interesting.
Yeah, if we can have you back, Matt, you were great.
I'd love to join you guys again.
And
Thank
good
you very
information.
much.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day. Thank you.
And just like that, it's time for our next break. Now you can give us your guesses. As Celeste says, noodle it around.
That's right. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is your mystery camera this morning. And if you've been noodling it around, maybe you've thrown your guess in the chat. Ron, do you have any thoughts on where this could be?
I like Burger Boy with an Arkansas. I like Brandon and Paul, who both are thinking it could be in Alabama. Troy's on board with that, too. But Linda's saying, hold on, everybody. You could be looking at Mississippi, too.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm going to go with like a Georgia.
Okay.
I'm going to stay in the South, but go Georgia. What do you think, Ron?
Okay, so you're going Georgia. I do think somewhere in the South. I guess I like the fact that so many people are guessing Alabama, which I've spent some time there, like you have. You've seen Tuscaloosa, and I went to Birmingham and Decatur, and Huntsville is a super cool, beautiful town that doesn't get enough love. But hold on here. We got 3 vehicles all approaching a 4-way stop. What's going to happen? I was tense there for a minute, Celeste.
Gosh.
So I'm going Bama.
That big white truck. Oh, there's another one. This is a working community, Ron.
There it is. There is today's traffic report from who knows where, but Celeste knows the answer.
It is Jasper, Alabama.
It is Alabama.
It's Bama.
Okay.
Bama.
So Jasper. Where's that? You know, we're in the mode where we learn right along with you guys here over the course of the hour. Let me just see where Jasper, Alabama is. Jasper. First I get Jasper, Texas, Jasper, Indiana, Jasper, Georgia. Come on.
There's a lot of Jaspers.
Here's Jasper, Alabama. Oh, it's a pretty good-sized little community there, Celeste.
Oh.
And you know what? It's on the highway between Birmingham, Alabama, and Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
It's actually on the road to Tupelo, which was Elvis Presley's hometown. And there you go.
Very cool.
Okay, so I know World Cup fever is just growing by the day.
It really is.
Isn't it amazing?
It has been. We have Robby Baker from our sports department in Los Angeles. He's actually going to be hanging out in Manhattan Beach today.
Yep.
And he's going to be having some fun on the pier. They have a big watch party they're getting ready for.
But who would have thought it would reach all the way to some cozy little corner of Norway and a retirement community filled with senior citizens, Celeste?
This video has gone viral.
Oh, look at that beloved grandma. Oh, that is amazing. That is so cool, Celeste. They're all doing the row.
Well, and so much spirit.
Yeah. By the way, did you want to pronounce today's story full contributor, Celeste?
I think it's Egg.
Egg?
Egis Psychogem.
Psychogem
Stogia.
Good. See, this is what happens when you have a Norwegian in the family. What, do you guys all speak Norwegian, Celeste? Because Gary's from there, right? Or his family
his family's from there. No, but we do eat a lot of lox and salmon and Swedish pancakes.
I went to Norway for the first time last year.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not true. I went many years ago. But anyway, I just loved it. The people are super friendly.
Yeah, and apparently they spend, I watched this documentary, they spend a lot of time outdoors.
Yeah.
And they're not on their phones very much.
Oh.
And they really kind of like take in, when in the cold, they're in like a hot sauna or a hot tub. And even in the winter, they do cold plunges.
Hardest hike I've ever been on in my life is a 2,000 step staircase all the way up to what they call the Rhinebringen. It's up there like by the fjords and the icebergs and everything, but it's so stunningly beautiful. Celeste, it is time once again here on Fox 10 to salute Perry High School.
Amazing.
Did you see what happened last night in the NBA draft?
Yeah, it was really cool. Let's take a look.
So cool. Ready? Well, let's just bring her on right now. It's Jennifer Burks. There she is, standing by. No worries.
Bella is setting it up, but Jennifer Burks, let me give you, she is the athletic director at Perry High School, and there have been a lot of different athletes. While we kind of get that ready, Ron, let me read you off some of the athletes that have graduated from Perry High School.
By the way, we have video.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, yeah, heard of him.
Jalen Williams.
Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder superstar.
Marcus Howard. basketball player, Jordan Howard, basketball player, Cody Williams, first-round NBA draft pick, and Koa Peat, of course, one of the nation's top recruits and the 2026 NBA first-round draft pick.
Oh, my God.
Chubba Purdy played major college football, and Trevor Hauver, professional baseball prospect.
And look who we have, the athletic director herself, Jennifer Burks, is joining us from Perry High. Jennifer, congratulations again.
Thank you. We're super excited for Koa.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about him. What kind of a student was he? How did he sort of maybe lead the way for others in your basketball program since then?
Oh, gosh. He is everything a teacher, a coach, an administrator would ever want. Super kind, friendly. He's a great teammate. He was hurt for a game and he became like the coach for the day. Kids were listening to him, and Coach Dwayne relied on him for the help. I mean, he's just everything you could ever want in a student athlete.
That's pretty amazing. There's something to be said. Of course, I know these athletes are amazing, but as a mom of 3 teenage athletes, I have to say, we've been through the high school process before. There is something about culture at a high school within the athletic department that really can change the trajectory of some of the future of some of these students. Tell us more about the culture at Perry, and it's pretty amazing that so many great athletes have come out of that high school.
Well, we have high expectations for our student athletes, not only, on the field or on the court or on the track or wherever they're going to excel athletically. We expect them more than anything to be good students, to be good teammates, to be good to their friends and their classmates. And when we tell students that come to Perry, that's what we want from you, and that's how you're going to excel here. And honestly, if that's not what you want, Perry's going to be hard for you, because you are going to be surrounded by kids that's how they want to be as well.
Hey, Patrick Perry in our YouTube chat says, "Go Pete! Go Pete! Bear down!" So talk just briefly, though, about your coaching staff, because I think they probably deserve a tremendous. We all sit around here and we're like, of course there's another superstar coming out of Perry High School. And a lot of that has to come from your coaches.
Oh, we could not do what we do without our coaches. Always. They are the kids' number one fans, really, and that's where it comes from. When I talk to our coaches and we hire them, I always tell them I want coaches that coach out of love, and that means that they're going to be there for the kids 100%, and the kids will be there for them because they know that the coach cares for them. And I think we have that great relationship with our coaches and our athletes, and even our coaches and our communities and our players. And I can't say enough about Coach Sam Dwayne. He was here during that entire time that Koa played for us, as well as, the Jalen Williams and Cody Williams and our other great basketball players that have come out of here. And so that coaching staff, they were the right staff at the right time, and we're so blessed that we had them.
You know what's really cool about what you guys do, too? You mentioned the character part, and I know, Ron, you'd agree with me on this one. Yeah. When you guys focus on character, I think it bleeds into other parts of their lives. And you mentioned, it bleeds into what they do on the field or the court or wherever else. You guys are really growing out there where Perry's at. It used to be like on the outline areas of the valley, but now it's boomtown.
It used to be Perry High and a bunch of farmland. Yeah. That's changing.
You guys are growing.
Quickly.
Yeah, sadly, we have a field right across the street from us, and my understanding it's about to become 1,400 homes, and so looking forward to those people moving in and being a part of our Puma Nation, but it will be a little bit sad not to have that cornfield across the street.
That's so great. Hey, Jennifer, hope we can call on you again the next time there's another superstar, either academically or athletically, coming out of Perry High.
Well, we hope to have quite a bit more on the way. So I appreciate you having me on your show, and you're welcome to call anytime.
Oh, Jennifer, thank you. We're cheering you guys on. Go Pumas.
Oh, that's just
all right. Go Pumas.
Great.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I mean, every time I watch, I never thought I would root for 1 minute for the San Francisco 49ers.
I know.
They're arch rivals of the Cardinals, but I like watching Brock Purdy, and I like watching him do good.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
and his
really
parents live out here in the East Valley, and they're amazing.
It's so
a great family.
What a great success story. We're really glad that she was able to join us today.
Yeah.
So, Celeste, we have a post from the president that is generating a lot of talk. And here's how it reads. The big oil companies are not dropping their price at the pump commensurate with, did I say commensurate?
Commensurate.
Okay.
Commensurate?
Commensurate, thank you, with the sharply lower prices they're paying for oil. And so those prices are dropping like a rock. That's true. In fact, why don't you take over here? I'm going to go check what is happening right now with the price of oil.
Okay, do that. Well, the market is up about 122 points, so that's a good thing. Here's the thing. The president goes on to say, in other words, customers are being gouged. I've instructed the DOJ, this is what the president is tweeting, to immediately start looking into this. Gasoline prices better start going down a lot faster than what I'm seeing. President Donald J. Trump.
Okay, so active right now as we, let's see, we can check the market, as a matter of fact, right there. Yeah, you're pointing it out. We have been up as much as 400 points, kind of a zigzaggy day, but the Dow is currently up about 130, but you are right on there, Celeste. Oil is down exactly $3 a barrel as we speak, just above 70. It's $70.18, and every day it drops another $2 or $3 a barrel. If it were to drop another 2 or 3 tomorrow, we'd be well into the 60.
Drop the price of gasoline.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something that we can, maybe they lose a tax incentive, a business corporate incentive.
Ooh,
or
put
something.
their feet to the fire.
Yeah, I mean, we'll ask nicely probably first, but then you got to do something with some teeth, because otherwise, I mean.
I think you're right.
Greed rules in some industries,
I know
unfortunately.
All right, well, they're on notice now. They better start getting them down.
Oh, this is a pretty shot, Ron.
Coming up, what the BK CEO is not on board with at his own restaurants. Well, Celeste, as the old saying goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, this is really beautiful. White sand beaches and like that little cove.
Yeah.
There's some houses off to the right. The fact that it's a traveltv.com leads me to believe that it's some sort of a resort.
I think it's out in the Caribbean somewhere. But anyway, there
Really
you
pretty.
go. Yeah, that is a nice beach, that's for sure. This is Fox 10 Talks with Ron and Celeste. We're here till 11, but keep streaming with us on the free Fox local app. I have to keep pointing out to people it's free.
It's the best 4-letter word out there.
And you can get Celeste's Balancing Act and Cool House. You can get My Great American Story with John Netzel. By the way, we're in the middle of counting down the 10 biggest events in American history, leading right up to 4th of July, number
Pretty
one.
amazing.
And anyway, yeah, it's all, it's such a great app. If you don't have it on your phone or on your streaming TV, be sure to add it today. A lot of folks love watching us on YouTube as well. Okay, Celeste, everything is great at Buc-ee's, except for a couple of dudes who, why is it always the guys? Guys, you're giving 50% of the population a bad name.
What's going on here?
Okay, one person, Goodyear police say a 20-year-old guy on a motorcycle was issued a citation for reckless driving in the parking lot.
Wow.
A criminal traffic citation. This is during grand opening day on Monday when we needed everybody to be in their best behavior.
So this is crazy because can you imagine the number of people probably walking through the parking lot on that day? People had showed up to that parking lot, Ron, at midnight.
Yes.
Doors opened at 6, but there were lines to get in.
I think Des said that very first guy that came in was there at 4 in the afternoon the day before. That's commitment to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, even in the parking lot, it was such a smash hit. That's probably the wrong word to use. There were 4 minor traffic crashes.
Jeez.
So I shouldn't have said smash hit.
Well, people are so excited that sometimes they just get out of hand.
Celeste, it's so true.
They need to keep their brain in check.
And get this, the word that we heard coming out of Monday was they're already planning Buc-ee's number 2. I was hoping for Mesa.
But that's not going to happen.
But I'm betting it'll be number 3.
Maybe off the State Route 24.
There you go. This would be up on the I-17. We don't know where yet, but it could be anywhere from Table Mesa Road to Anthem to, all the halfway between here and Flag.
I think if you're looking up there, maybe around the 303 or something, because you have to have a lot of land.
303.
Yeah, off the 303 and the 17. But yeah, when the CEO was giving an interview earlier this week on Monday, he said somewhere on the 17.
Speaking of CEOs, I love this Burger King. They got a new guy in charge.
Yes.
And one of his first things was to apologize to customers, saying, we have lost our way with quality. So I went to a Burger King like a week after I heard that. Just happened to find myself at an intersection in Mesa. I glance over, there's a BK, and I'm like, I'm getting a Whopper right now.
Right. How was it?
It was great. And it's such a simple thing. You want to be environmentally friendly, and so you don't want a lot of plastic, but they've changed out the paper wrapper for a little miniature cardboard box.
Oh, the box.
But that makes the bun fresher, and it's not all mushy like they used to be. You paid $7 for a Whopper. And it's all mushed up in a paper wrapper, so that's no good. So anyway, I think he's doing great, but now he's got his eyes set on something else on the menu.
Yeah, Tom Curtis says he's not a big fan of the nuggets.
Yeah.
That's the new CEO. He says, I don't know about this. I mean, it's they're not that great, and he's trying to switch things up. He's trying to make it a better experience for a lot of people if you're heading to a Burger King. And so he said that's his least favorite item are the nuggets.
Well, the nuggets are an issue at a lot of places because not everybody does it like Cane's.
No, Cane's does chicken strips.
And I bet you it is, I don't know, 80% chicken and maybe a little bit more of the battering. But come on, he says they can be meatier, which they need to be. and they can have better sauces. I love it.
And what he said was, he told the New York Post that his go-to order at BK is a Whopper with all the fixings.
Yeah.
And he said the grilled chicken sandwich, it's hard to find one, and so he's hoping that makes a comeback. And I'm thinking he's the king at Burger King, so I'm guessing, come on, bring it back, buddy, bring it back.
Wouldn't it be cool if they didn't even call him the CEO anymore? He's just the king, the king at Burger King.
Yeah, and by the way, for all of you in the chat, let us know if you have maybe a favorite meal. I know we're going to get on this story here. A favorite meal at a fast food joint.
Oh, Celeste, that's perfect segue.
Yeah.
Because here's a trending question today. We're going to go to Dave now.
Yeah.
If somebody gave you $1 million and said, but you have to spend, it's for food, and you have to spend it all at one restaurant chain.
Yeah.
Not like a fancy steakhouse, or whatever, but it's more like a chain operation, drive-through or walk-in.
But a fast food joint, kind of working quickly.
Dave and I were talking about this earlier. I wonder who he settled on. Big D, where would you spend your $1 million?
I mean, it's so tough because if it was just for my wife and I,
Yeah.
we would do Mastros, so we could just have unlimited steak,
Sure you
unlimited butter cake.
Man.
But if I'm really thinking about the full family and I have to involve my kids,
Okay.
we got to go Red Robin. It's my daughter's favorite
that's a good
restaurant.
idea.
Sure.
Unlimited orange slices and chicken fingers and stuff like that.
Do they still have the tower of onion rings?
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Do they still
those are
have bottomless
great.
French fries?
Heck yeah, bottomless French fries.
Those are
And
the
you can
best.
pay extra and get bottomless salad, bottomless sweet potato fries. They do it all.
Celeste, where would you spend your $1 million?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, by the way, you guys in the chat, join us. And where would you spend $1 million at a chain restaurant? And Burger Boy's like, all fast food is smaller now. And yeah, there has been shrinkflation.
Yeah.
But anyway, where would you go?
I probably would do something like a Chipotle.
Oh.
Because you can do quesadillas.
Okay.
You can do tacos. You can do salads. And you can do burritos.
Thursday.
Okay.
And you have queso. I think Big D's mic is still hot, Bri. If we
You know why? Because Brian is dreaming of probably like an In-N-Out. I was
What are
trying
you
to pin
thinking?
Brian down on what his favorite, where he would spend his $1 million.
It's really
on
hard.
food.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
And I'm with
He's
Dave.
like, I'll go back home to Butte and just eat at my local, whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's Dick's Burgers in Seattle. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm with Dave on this one because if it was just Gary and I, it'd be one place. But if you're trying to include the kids, and it's that's the difficult
Good for
part.
you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Chili's.
Yeah.
Because Renee and I were up at the Chili's in Payson about a week ago.
Yeah.
And, you can go to these steakhouses like Dave wanted to do.
Yeah.
But we had to rein him back in where they'll charge you $100. I think the steaks there at Chili's were around $20. And they're good steaks.
Yeah, that's like Texas Roadhouse. They have pretty remarkable steaks, and they're pretty reasonable.
Yep. And you get a loaded. I didn't even think of Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I was going to go with
that's a
Texas
good one,
Roadhouse. At first,
Celeste.
they have chicken steak, salads, baked potatoes,
All right.
baked beans.
Okay, now I got
the bread. Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Okay, and by the way, Patrick Perry, we love hanging out with you. Oh, go Big D, Red Robin, great choice.
Yeah.
Brandy says,
Never been a fan of Chipotle. That my kids will eat that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil is on there saying, I can't honestly think of a spot.
I know, it's really hard. Thomas Favola says Greek.
And the other
I
thing
love
about
Greek.
a Chili's, for example,
Yeah.
is that there's so many different menu items. One day you can go in and get salad. The next day you can go get
Yeah.
steak. The next day you can go in again and get fajitas.
If we still had a Sweet Tomatoes,
Yes.
I would have chosen that
Ooh, I
place.
love that place.
Because you had the baked potato bar, you had the soup, you had the salad, you had the pasta salad,
Yeah.
you had the regular salad. Oh my gosh, there's so many options.
Okay, now listen. Before we get out of here, because Ty and
hungry.
Anita are
We're all
coming up
hungry
in a
now.
couple of minutes. We talked yesterday about how 2016 is still a big thing here in 2026.
Yes.
But it is, as I was digging into it, part of an overall kind of trend for nostalgia. People are missing the past, whether it's 10 years ago or even longer. And so people were talking about, I wanted to go back and into this time, when my kids were young or whatever. Celeste, what did you come up with here?
I came up with camping. And this was,
I love that.
Yeah, so we used to camp as kids. We camped up at Woods Canyon, and we would be up there. It was something that we loved. And my cousins were there, my nana and my tata, my tias. I remember singing a song about the disciples in the Bible with my tia Linda in the back of the truck, like we were driving up. I mean, it was just a family thing. So we took our kids, and and it's something that we try to do when we have a moment. But it's one of the things, I think, that it's the smell of the campfire. Was there another photo I think I sent over? Kelly too.
You bet.
And you know what it is? It's the smell of the campfire and the smell of the food when you're cooking out there.
Are these pics from up in the rim, up around Woods Canyon?
These ones are in Oak Creek Canyon.
Celeste.
Yeah, there's a
You're so at home there.
I know. I have to tell you, I don't know if it's the fact that that it's different the way coffee is made when you're camping, but the coffee just tastes better.
Yeah.
When you're out camping.
Well, here's what I came up with is that if you were born and raised here in Phoenix, good for you. But if you came from somewhere else, to go back in time to your hometown and take your kids, here's what I came up with. When I was in 4th grade, Celeste, one of my great teachers, Nancy Walters, said, "All right, kids." So here I am, 9 years old, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Get on the bus. We're going to go to the one and only radio station in our little town, KOMW in Omak, Washington. That's why it's OMW, Omak, Washington.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I walked in there and I said, this is the life for me. So many years later, Renee and I were traveling up in the Northwest, and I said, let's go to my hometown. I'm going to drive you guys around.
Yeah.
And so we went right to KOMW.
That's so awesome.
They had it barricaded. See that barricade behind us?
So it's not open anymore?
Why is it barricaded? Apparently they had just laid asphalt in a new parking lot.
Well, kudos to them for putting money into the parking lot.
Absolutely. Well, it's an AM/FM operation, Celeste, so they're big time. Anyway, that's my recommendation. Someday take your kids or even your grandkids back to your old hometown and tell them all the stories, and they'll love you for it. I think that's for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool things to do around this country.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so I guess it's time already for a break, Celeste.
Already?
I feel like it's been an excellent half hour.
This show went by so fast.
I want to dream of wherever this beach is.
Ron, come back to the 2-shot, because you know what this show is about? Throwing out the script.
Holy Celeste, we got 2 minutes to pick that mess up.
We better hurry up.
Yeah, we
better hurry up. All right, we'll see you in a little while.
Okay.
See you tomorrow, everybody.
Welcome in, everyone. We are going to start with some breaking news off the top. This is a story we've been following all morning long. Turquoise alert was issued late last night, early this morning.
You probably heard your phone buzzing. They were missing a missing girl, 11-year-old little girl named 13-year-old rather, named Skylar. We are just learning that turquoise alert has been canceled and she is now safe. Now you see the man in this photo. Now she evidently went into this other vehicle with this man. This man is now in custody being questioned by Globe Police. So again, we are just getting this breaking news right at the top of the 11 o'clock newscast now. So we are going to be digging into this to get you a little bit more information. We'll have much more when you see us again coming up at noon.
Yeah, and we'll revisit this because it's a pretty important story to a lot of you. So we're going to talk about what we're watching today, some top stories as well. And, you know, this took place, about a month or so ago? APS actually turned the power off to entire communities, essentially leaving them in the dark. Danielle Miller was up in Flagstaff when she was inside the store when the power was turned off.
And that's exactly what you just saw. So this is kind of unprecedented for APS, but they say they might have to do it again this weekend. If you were watching the weathercast, we are expecting some very, very breezy conditions beginning Friday through Sunday. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a red flag warning for northern Arizona because we're expecting winds of anywhere from 40 to 50 miles an hour. So they say they could potentially shut off power again to the high country this weekend. Now, if they do, it would be from 9 a.m. Saturday, and it would affect about 6,000 customers up in the Flagstaff area as well as the Grand Canyon. So if this does in fact happen, this will be the second time, as Anita just mentioned. We just saw that video seconds ago where Danielle was up there a couple months ago when they did this exact same thing, just as a precaution so they don't start any of those wildfires. So impacted customers, they will receive notifications and they can track the restoration times on the APS outage map. Now, so we're going to be watching this very closely to see if this in fact will be the second time that APS has done this.
Yeah, I mean, that impacted a lot of people. The store owner Danielle was talking to had a big shipment of ice cream coming in and literally turned it away.
Yeah.
Because she said she didn't know when it would be turned back on at that point. So this one may be a little bit different if they do it, but we'll make sure to put all the information up on the website.
You know, this is something that they've done in California as well. So Arizona's kind of jumping on the bandwagon, and obviously it is not great for folks that are going to be, it's going to be hot this weekend as well.
Yeah.
But you know what? I guess this is, you got to be safe rather than sorry.
It's
but
the business owners who are saying this is really tough, but they also say if it's necessary, they understand. Because, you know, when it's that windy up there, those power lines go down and it's so dry. That's exactly what we've seen happen. The other big story that we're following, this was super controversial, you guys. Plan to transform a surprise industrial warehouse, the one that you're looking at right there, into a federal immigration detention center is in fact moving forward. We have had meeting after meeting after meeting. We have heard people speaking out against it. We have heard people speaking in favor of this. The Department of Homeland Security is going to drop 7 warehouse projects nationwide. They're moving ahead with 3, and this is allegedly one of those 3. So there's a security firm out there. It's called GardaWorld Federal, and they're actually posting job applications. They have job openings for the site, and those openings are for later this year. So we're definitely going to keep you posted. I think that people are going to start speaking out once they hear more news about this.
All right, well, also happening today, it is officially time to get out and vote. Early voting here in our state is now underway. Some early voting locations are opening up, and ballots will be mailed out today. In fact, earlier today, I got a text message from Maricopa County that said your ballot is in the mail.
Yeah.
So if you are registered to vote, but not by mail, you can request an early ballot through July 10th. So there are some deadlines coming up. The deadline to send your ballot back is July 14th, and then they want that back by July 14th so that it is received by the county recorder's office by 7 p.m. on Election Day, which is the 21st.
Okay, so a lot is happening today, and we're waiting for Chris Mays. I think she just took the podium. So we're going to go ahead and dip in, and she's talking about healthcare and medical fraud.
Who were already dead. He billed for children, toddlers, for alcohol dependence treatment that they could never receive. He billed for patients who were incarcerated and could not have been in his care. And last week, a Maricopa County judge sentenced him to 2 years in prison, followed by 7 years of supervised probation. That case is a reminder of what we are fighting. This is not abstract. These are not just paperwork crimes. This is a man who looked at some of the most vulnerable people in our state, people seeking help, people in recovery or trying to be in recovery, families trusting the system to take care of their loved ones, and he saw a money-making opportunity. While vulnerable Arizonans were being exploited and taxpayers were being defrauded, Thomas Hurd was spending that money. What you are about to see here today is the day that his fraud...
Okay, that is Chris Mays talking about medical fraud, healthcare fraud. We'll continue to dip in and then have more on later editions of Fox 10 News. We're probably streaming it on other channels as well.
All right, now it is time for What You're Reading. These are the top 3 web stories that's trending right now on our website. The first one is this turquoise alert we just told you about. It's still gaining a lot of popularity online, I should say. And we should mention that, as we said at the top, that little girl has been found safe. There is one person that is in custody for questioning in her disappearance. We're going to be tracking that throughout the day as well.
Absolutely. So story number 2, the Arizona school grading system is facing major reform after a state audit exposes really low proficiency score. So changes are coming to how schools are going to be graded. The audit found that some A-plus rated schools have less than 10% of their students testing proficient in both math and English.
And then our third most read story on the website right now, a Scottsdale pool contractor accused of leaving the state and homeowners with some unfinished projects. And unfortunately, we've seen this all too often. So this guy said that some of these folks are saying that they have some of these works that still need to be done. They've already paid him anywhere from $9,500 to $36,000. So we'll be tracking that story as well.
That's what you guys are reading on our website. If you are interested in other stories, chime in. Let us know.
All right, let's get on to our other big story we are following for you. Cyber attacks are on the rise. So how do you stop them? We're basically talking about phishing. So those emails that come in and then they try and steal all of your information.
Wow. Well, I got a weird one today. Hello to our guest. Let us introduce you to Tyler. Is it Luchtman? Luchtman.
Yeah.
From My Computer Works. We get all these weird messages with people saying, click on this link or do this. And how do you, I guess, know what's real, what isn't?
Yeah, that's a good question. We've, again, I'm at My Computer Works, and we often help with not only seniors and individuals who may run into phishing scams, but also corporations and small businesses. And unfortunately, the problem is once you've clicked on it, once you've actually initiated the phishing scam, it's a lot harder to recover than if you were to avoid it altogether, right? So the best way to avoid it altogether is going to be to confirm the source. Usually these are going to be emails with some sort of an invitation or an element that you're supposed to click on. E-invites is a big one. So there'll be like a big envelope with a box that says click here to accept the e-invite. Or, go to a meeting or a form. And many times it comes from somebody who you trust. It could be a client, family member, coworker. It could be your boss. And they do this because they get them first, and then you're next in the chain. So you get the email, you click on the email, and then that's when you're in trouble. So first, confirm the source. If you get something and it looks suspicious, if it's too good to be true, click here for $1,000 gift card. Click, that's when you should start questioning things. Click here to go to this meeting, and you're like, wait, I don't remember us talking about this at work. That's when it's time to question. Go to the source, find out if they actually sent it to you. And another one I wanted to give you real quick, you can always right-click a link or an element before you go to it and inspect the link and see where it goes. I recommend trying this if you're at home. Do it on a safe one. You got something from Target, Kohl's, Best Buy. There's usually like a link they want you to click to go to their external website, right? Right-click that link or that element, and then click on inspect link and see where it actually goes. these are two big ways to prevent it altogether. And that's what you want to do. You want to prevent it before it happens.
Yeah. We've got about a minute and a half left, but I wanted to ask you, when we were setting up the story, you said that you're actually working with some clients right now that have been phished. So I guess my question to you is, how do you kind of reverse some of this damage that's been done by these bad actors?
Can you?
Yes, you can. So the ones we've been seeing lately, especially, usually what they do is that they use backdoor methods and vulnerabilities in the email systems in order to obtain your password. So once they have your password, obviously they're going to access, they're going to get into your account. The best way to undo this is to change your password and set up what's called 2FA. We all know 2FA. It can feel inconvenient and annoying at times to have to get a code to our phone or use like a third part or a authentication app, which I strongly recommend. If you're going to use anything, use an authentication app that's better than email codes, that's better than text message codes. Use that, and then that'll help prevent unauthorized access to your email.
Scary situation. How do people get a hold of you for more information, maybe a little guidance?
Yes, definitely go to My Computer Works if you're looking to get help with if you fell prey to a phishing scam or you're a victim of a phishing scam, go to www.mycomputerworks.com. We can help you out. And go check out my YouTube, My Computer Works. If you just type that into YouTube, I have countless videos on phishing scams, what's popular right now, and how to protect yourself.
Well, Tyler, as always, thank you so much. Your wealth of knowledge. We'll have to keep you in the Rolodex for next time. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Ty. You guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you. All right, time for our new favorite segment. What year was it? You ready for this?
Sure.
Pop up the question. Dirty Dancing premiered. Okay, so get your guesses in. I'm going to say early 80s. I'm going to go 1983.
I'm going to say
You know what's
90.
It's okay. Oh, 90.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
1990.
1990. I said 83. You said 90.
It's not as far back as 83.
Go put your guesses in the chat.
But don't
use
cheat.
Google.
Don't use the Google machine.
No Google machine.
Don't cheat.
All right, your answers coming up next, you guys. Welcome back.
The most funnest segment of the half hour.
The most funnest.
The most funnest. What year was this? Every single day, Dave or one of our producers poses a question, little trivia. We have to guess what year it took place. And we love, 1897, is that what that says?
What?
1997. 1987, we have guesses.
You can read it off here. It's closer. The Little Philosophy said 79. Andrew Gomez said 87.
Okay.
Linda says 85. Louis Gonzalez said 86. Be Kind Forever said 87. We have an 1897. What were they shooting it on? And then,
am I right, or are my eyes deceived?
Oh, it did say you were right. Okay,
thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry.
So
I'm
apologize.
sorry. Okay, I apologize,
okay.
Anita.
Apologize.
Okay.
I don't see well.
You said 1990.
I said 90.
Okay, and I said 82.
Yeah.
The answer, here we go. 1987. Oh, look, we got some winners in there. Who got it right?
Be
Kind Forever. Nice work.
I feel like we should be like The Price is Right. Whoever gets closest to the real number without going over is the winner.
So you would be the winner in this case.
I think you won yesterday, though.
Yeah.
What was the guess yesterday?
I can't remember.
Rubik's
what was it?
Cube.
No, Rubik's Cube was Monday. What was yesterday? What was it? Oh, the Gangnam Style.
Neither one of us got that one.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, good job. Do you know how to do the Dirty Dancing dance? Like the big one at the end?
Oh, should we try here?
No.
Jump up. I'll catch you. Come on. Let's try. Put up that camera right here, and we'll do the running jump. Here it comes.
But
come on, Glenn.
But you guys, you know what I have in my camera roll? An actual attempt.
Oh, at the
during
oh, here we go. Come on, Anita.
Okay, but if I break my face. Okay, ready?
That wasn't bad.
Oh, that was really good.
That wasn't bad at all.
Cracked a rib.
Sorry.
But, yeah, that was really good. I didn't want to fly my legs straight out and be inappropriate.
Well, Patrick Swayze, eat your heart out.
If we're not here tomorrow, you guys know why.
Oh, he is dead.
Oh.
Sorry. I forgot. All right.
This was derailed very quickly.
That took a turn.
I will make. Should I post that video of us in the studio?
I think we're all right.
Attempting. It was funny. Okay, totally serious now.
Is it?
No.
It's World Cup.
It's Robby
fun.
Baker.
It's Robby Baker.
Robby, are you watching this action? No.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you right now, nothing I'm about to do is going to be better than the leap you guys just did. So it's all downhill from here on this segment.
Yeah, right. Well, Robby, I would beg to differ because look at that location behind you. Ooh. Where are you?
Oh, well, my connection is not great, so I can't hear you guys too well, but hopefully you can hear me. So we are in Santa Monica now, started the day at LA Stadium. You got the pier behind me here, you got the roller coaster going. I flip around this way, you got the USA, it's like the ultra watch party going on. It's a little quiet right now. The matches haven't kicked off today. Noon will be 2 matches being played simultaneously. The LA area. Oh.
Back by your moves.
Mine.
Yeah.
You did.
Listen, I was just the muscles. I was just the muscles behind it.
You did all the work.
All right.
You did all the work.
Is he looking better out there? Can we try again? All right, we're gonna try again. Robby, can you still? Okay, there we go.
Hi,
I think
Robby.
we're looking good.
I'm still here. I'll try not to move as much this time.
Okay.
Maybe the movement is what threw us off.
The leap.
It was the leap.
The leap.
Okay, so set the ground. We kind of lost you a little bit, but. Kind of set the
some yoga to meditate and calm.
There we go. All right.
Oh, goodness. So we do know group.
Oh, we're going to see if we can do a
I don't think he can
phoner.
hear us is the thing, Dave.
All right. Well, they'll work
Okay,
on it.
maybe
behind the
text
scenes.
him, Dave. Maybe we can dip back into Chris Mays, or we can talk about the schedule. Go to Chris Mays. Okay, there we go. Let's dip back into Chris Mays while we regroup, y'all.
Real progress, and I am very, very proud of our investigators and our team of lawyers in the criminal division, led by Nick Klingerman and Steve Duplessis, and my chief, Jim Cope, and his investigators for all of the work that they've done to prepare these cases. In fact, in the last 3 years, my office has secured 280 indictments related to the type of healthcare fraud that we have discussed today. But the work is definitely not done. As long as there are people who are willing to bill for providing services to dead patients, to steal the identities of children, to neglect vulnerable adults in their care, my office will find them. We will charge them, and we will hold them accountable. So I appreciate your attention and be happy to take any questions that you have now. Yes.
How much money has the state?
Hold on. All right. We're going to do things the old school way.
Yeah.
We got Robby on the phone.
Too bad we don't have his picture to pop up.
I know.
You know, like we used to do a still shots with the graphic that said on the phone.
Oh, that's a good question. You know, it's really like 6 one way, half dozen another
Right.
here, you know. It's honestly very comparable. Very comparable.
Okay. All right. So just walk us through. Obviously, LA is one of the host cities for this game between Team USA, which is going to be so much fun to have Team USA in LA versus Turkey. What's kind of the sentiment? What's going around, the feeling down there?
Yeah, so you can definitely tell it's a World Cup city. I was trying to show you guys via Zoom, but we'll have it for you for the evening shows tonight because I'm filming a story out here. But the Santa Monica Pier is set up for like a big USA kind of watch party situation for all of the World Cup games as well, and those will start kicking off here at noon. There'll be 2 matches being played simultaneously this afternoon. And just all around town, there's banners and billboards, and people have flags outside of their houses and their restaurant. There is a good vibe to it. And like I was saying to you and Celeste, Ty, this morning on AZAM, it's funny because LA, there's obviously you can get into anything in LA. You can go to Hollywood, you can go to the amusement park, you can go to I'm at the beach right now. But everywhere you go, you still feel like it's World Cup. You can still get the vibe of soccer going on. And for this match on Thursday that you were talking about tomorrow, it's funny because Turkey has already been eliminated and the United States has already won their group. They've advanced to the next round. So tomorrow's match is kind of a formality in a sense for both squads. But it's actually, I think lending to the atmosphere a little bit here because there's no angst. There's not a lot of pressure on this. It's kind of become like a celebration of this U.S. men's national team going into tomorrow.
Robbie, for people who don't know soccer well, why do they move forward with this game then if it's not going to matter or count?
Yeah, so every team plays 3 games in what is called the group stage. So when the group came out and the lead up and the build up to the tournament, we all kind of thought that this Turkey and USA match may decide the group. Turkey was actually kind of picked by pundits to potentially win Group D. They were kind of a dark horse in this tournament, and they just haven't turned up. It's been the script has been flipped. People were kind of not so bullish on the United States, and they have already won the group, and Turkey has already been eliminated. So that's not what anybody really predicted, a month or two ago leading up to this tournament, or even back in December when the draw came out. But this match will still, of course, be played because it has already been on the schedule. There's a couple other matches. Mexico, one of the other host nations, they have already moved out. Sorry, if you can't hear me for a second, there's a roller coaster going over my head. This is standard stuff that happens during Fox 10 toss.
Wish we could see that.
But Mexico, one of the other host countries. I know. I wish you could see. Maybe I'll just get on it here soon.
Ooh, a live report from the roller coaster in Santa Monica.
Yeah,
I love that.
What could go wrong?
No.
But Mexico, one of the other host nations, they've already advanced out, and they're still playing this afternoon in their final group stage match. I think they play Czechia. So it's it doesn't happen a lot. It's actually, I should say, this is the first time the United States has ever played a quote-unquote meaningless third group stage game where they've already advanced. The United States has never won their first 2 group stage games and advanced out into the knockout round of the World Cup in the history of them participating in this tournament.
Okay, 30 seconds left. Before this even started, no one thought USA was going to go very far, and they've already won their 2 games and are advancing. Are we changing our mind about that?
Yes, and this also, I think that a realistic expectation for the United States is they advance and they maybe win 1 or 2 rounds in the knockout, get to the quarterfinals. I think everybody would say that would be a resounding success. But the thing I love about the World Cup and the American sports fan is we won the first 2 games. And in my mind, it's like, just give us the trophy now. We already won the thing.
That's right.
It's a formality. We're either going all the way or it's nothing. And since we're off to a 2-0 start, it's all the way.
All right.
I'll talk to our bosses, book the trip to New York for the final.
Sounds like a plan. Robbie, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for playing along, everyone. We appreciate it. We'll be back at noon.
11:30, we are getting going with another half hour of Fox 10 Talks. There's downtown Phoenix, and here's another pretty little burg inside the USA. This is Seymour, Indiana. So, is that an Arby's right out front? Kind of looks like it's. Can you tell, Des?
Do you like Arby's?
Yeah, you bet. Just like you. Or no? Oh, no. Really? You're anti-Arby's?
No.
I guess we have to pick our battles.
I don't like roast beef, so I
Really?
just don't go. Yeah.
Okay. So you...
Which is a shame because I'm like, from the place where beef on weck is like a huge thing.
Buffalo. So you haven't really experienced the Arby's sauce or the horsey sauce.
No. I hear they have steak bites, though.
Oh.
And those are good.
You okay?
Have you tried those yet, Ron?
No.
What? Pure
well,
protein.
there's so
I'm
many other
surprised.
good options. I have to make myself think about Arby's.
Yeah.
Anyway, way to go, Seymour, Indiana. We have live pictures coming in this morning. Let's see. I'm just going to punch up ENG 21. This is the Attorney General, Chris May. She's speaking about fraud. Let's listen. This is, I believe, is Medicare fraud.
To stop this fraud on the front end. And again, I just want to point this out. This particular tranche of indictments is part of the 2026 healthcare fraud takedown. This was a nationwide program. It happens every year. And we did 10 cases, 5 counties, and 42 indictments. And I believe that leads the nation. I believe we are the leading state in the nation this year. We often are. We have a fantastic Mafuku team, Medicaid fraud team here, as you know. And certainly on a per capita basis, we did more of these indictments than any other state. And we'll continue to do that, yeah. How many have we shut down now, Steve?
Indicted 158 individuals and entities at this time.
Yeah, so I guess the answer would be 158 that we have shut down overall of the sober living home. And that's individuals and entities. Yeah, I mean they do, and one of the things that we are really working closely with Access on, and want to see happen is to cull out from the herd the bad actors, and to make space for the good actors, right? Because we know these treatment centers are absolutely vital. I was able to tour a treatment center that the Navajo Nation has established right here in Phoenix. Other tribes want to establish treatment centers on tribal lands. And just in general, we want to have legitimate treatment providers who can bill access on the appropriate codes for appropriate service. And that's really important to maintain that space for real treatment.
Well, just really interesting, Des. I was not aware. I know this has been a big effort for years to crack down on fraud, but that Arizona leads the nation in some of these prosecutions. And it is multifaceted, 5 different counties, a lot of allegations and indictments. So that's Chris Mays, the Attorney General, who, by the way, was a guest with us right here on Fox 10 Talks. There's a big race going on the Republican side for Attorney General. 2 very prominent, kind of high-profile GOP names there. And so who knows where we're headed, but looks like it'll be a pretty big, one of the larger, more interesting campaigns come November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our own investigative reporter, Justin Lum, has done a lot of coverage on the sober living scandal, and maybe a good time to go back and take a look at his investigation, and that's pretty good news to hear from the Attorney General.
Really good point. Yeah. I'm going to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry about that.
All the construction we're still doing in the building.
Got to always do the elbow thing, everybody. But we have a
Through this new drug and the hope that it's giving patients.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, and I appreciate you guys bringing attention to pancreatic cancer as a topic. At ASCO just a few weeks ago, we had the release of the results for the study that was conducted for a drug called daraxonrasib. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it targets the key gene in pancreatic cancer called RAS, which is seen in over 90% of cases. And in that study, it doubled the survival from over 6.5 months to more than 13 months. So that is quite a significant achievement in the field of oncology. And there's a lot of excitement with this development for both patients and their physicians.
Now, you operate at a high level, but dumb it down for me. How does it work exactly in sort of in layman's terms? Because honestly, doubling, it is by far the number one most feared of all cancers. So the fact that you can double life expectancy is pretty incredible. What does it do? How does it actually succeed?
Yeah, so treatments that we've used historically, like chemotherapies, they work on all dividing cells, and hence they have a lot of toxicities. You know, you have bone marrow suppression, nausea, vomiting, all the things that we associate with
because it destroys a lot of good
exactly
cells too.
You get a lot of good with the bad. With precise therapies, you're going after the key thing that's wrong in the cancer, and this happens because of a genetic change in this protein called RAS, which is normally found in all the cells, but only in the cancer is it genetically modified. This drug is designed so that it affects these genetic changes much more in the cancer as opposed to normal cells. So now you have a very precise therapy.
Would a patient utilizing this drug still need to go through chemotherapy or other types of treatment to cure them of the disease?
Yeah, the way this work was devised, no. They could just take this drug by itself, which is a pill. They don't need to go into a facility to get it. They can just take it at home. They can take a bottle home with them and just take it daily. There will be studies to see what happens if you combine this drug with chemotherapy, and we may find out that either it helps chemotherapy or it can work quite well on its own, and I hope it's the latter.
By the way, if it is so effective, I'm playing devil's advocate for a minute here. If it is so effective, how come it only gives you another 6 months or 7 months? Why isn't it either defeating the cancer altogether or much more effective in terms of 5-year survival?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So we're closing one door in the cancer with this kind of drug, and a few escape routes still remain, and we're hoping that over time we find the ways to combine different drugs to close all the escape routes, and then we're going to get the really big advances.
And what does that mean, the escape routes? So what are you seeing in people that are taking this drug? What do those routes look like? Is it causing cancer in another part of the body, or what is it doing?
Yeah, so cancer is not caused usually by just one genetic change. When you get cancer, you have multiple genetic changes, sometimes hundreds or thousands of genetic changes. But we feel that, you know, a handful of these are the most critical ones that we call the drivers. So if we take one of them out, we've taken one of the big bad guys out, but there's a bunch of other ones that remain. So if we really want to make a huge difference, we have to do combinations to take out at least 3 or 4 of these.
Okay.
One of the questions coming in this morning, you guys are always invited to send your questions in, especially when we have a medical expert in, but Low Philosophy is asking a little bit about the kind of the age breakdown when it comes to pancreatic cancer. Is that something that can be clearly defined by age, and if so, why?
Yeah, so the average age is about 70 years in the U.S. when people get this illness. However, we're seeing a rapid rise in people younger than 50 years old. And this has been happening with a lot of different cancers, including pancreatic cancer. The causes for this remain unknown. This is an area of intense research. We think of this as a disease of older people, but I think over time we might start seeing a shift from 70 to lower because of this rise of the illness in younger people.
I think who's most impacted of those people?
Yeah. I think I'd seen some studies that said obesity might be playing a role. Has there ever been a firm link established?
Yeah, so the risk factors for pancreatic cancer are smoking, diabetes to some extent, and then what we call metabolic syndrome. So if you carry a lot of weight, which, as you said, is obesity, you have high lipids, you have high blood sugar, that collectively can cause inflammation in the body, and the pancreas, being one of those organs that can be affected, can put you at a bit of a higher risk.
And of that age group you were mentioning, I had asked who is most impacted. Are minorities? Do they tend to see higher cases of pancreatic cancer?
There have been some studies across various racial groups, and it seems that African Americans have a higher rate per capita of developing this illness. It's about equal in men and women, but slightly more in men. So if you look at the breakdown, these are the ones that get more affected.
Yeah, and you're right. I think we hear most of the time men, right? It's associated with men, but women are just as.
What is about that?
Yeah,
that's such a good question. Being a man, I've often wondered. Do you have the answer?
We don't know why, but we know that there's some demographic shifts in terms of men being more than women. It could be because of behaviors, right? So maybe women possibly eat healthier, engage in less risky lifestyles, like lower alcohol consumption, etc. So these could be factors that may explain that.
Okay, and we talk about breast cancer screening a lot for women. Should we be screened for pancreatic cancer, and how early does that start? What does that look like?
Oh, that's a great question. There's currently no general screening test. However, we are in the era of multi-cancer detection tests where you can get screened through just a blood test to look at 50 different cancers at once. And pancreatic cancer is one of the ones included in that. And it has a pretty high detection rate, about 70 to 80% accuracy.
We're up against a break, but I know we both maybe have one or two more questions. Can you stick around for about 3 more minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's do it, Des. Let's take a quick break. All right. Very good. All right, Des, you got any guesses here? Look at this. From Missouri to Arkansas. I wonder.
I don't know, Linda. Which one are you leaning towards?
Yeah. I see a Kentucky, too, from Lil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where do you see that? Oh, I see it way
All
up.
the way up
okay.
high, yeah. And Iowa from Louis.
Okay, so a couple more.
I'm going to go with Louis. I feel like Louis he really works it.
Yeah.
He really starts
I'll go
noodling
Linda.
around.
I'll go Missouri.
Okay.
But we have a couple more coming in. B. Miguel said Wisconsin, and Be Kind Forever says Oregon.
Okay.
So,
well,
all
here's
right.
your answer,
Shall we?
everybody.
Do you want to guess, Doctor? Any ideas where the camera might be?
The secret camera?
Oh,
Yeah,
right there, that one.
This is it.
Doesn't that remind you of, I don't know, some road trip you made once?
No pressure. I never get it right.
Lot
so
of
this is just for
parking.
fun.
A lot of parking space in that community. Anyway, you're going
Kelly last
Missouri.
week, we would have gave you just the parking spot.
Right.
Yes.
You're going Missouri. I'm going to go Iowa. Here she is with the answer.
It's Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Mm-hmm. Is that where the brand started?
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
I used
All
to
right.
wear that as a kid.
Hey, okay, so we have to see those pictures. Call your mom. We want to see the picture of you in the Oshkoshers. But we're wrapping up here with Dr. Borad, talking a little bit about, in the break we were discussing the fact that if you went back 20 years in time, the overall number of cases would be half. In 20 years, the total number of cases has doubled?
Yeah, some of that is obviously because of the increase in the population of the country.
Yeah.
But even if we adjust for that, there's been a slow, steady increase in the rate of pancreatic cancer. And this was possibly fueled by the obesity epidemic. We're beginning to see a reversal, I feel, because of drugs targeting GLP-1 like Ozempic that have come onto the market.
Okay. So if folks are, maybe they just got a pancreatic cancer diagnosis, is this drug well known to, many providers right now? And if not, is it something that you encourage patients to have a conversation with their medical
Yeah, I think
team
a
about?
conversation would definitely be warranted. Just to note, the drug is still not approved by the FDA, so it remains investigational. However, I imagine that the approval will be forthcoming, hopefully sometime this year. It can be accessed through what we call expanded access programs, which are already in place, including a number of centers in the valley if there are local patients, but this is the case all over the country. So I think a conversation would be warranted even though the drug isn't approved quite yet because of the expanded access program.
Okay.
And then one last question here, which is, again, during the break, we were talking about how you were kind of saying, to me, the trend looks positive. Up until now, it's been not good. But hopefully, if we bring you back as a guest 5 years from now, we're going to be trending down. What are those 2 or 3 other forms of treatment or medicines in the pipeline, et cetera, that really give you some hope for the future?
Yeah. I think 3 buckets could be considered. One would be early detection is probably going to get better, both through blood tests and through finding this on a routine scan where it may not even be visible as a mass. The second area is going to be this drug that we just talked about is just the beginning. There's many drugs that are in the pipeline that are already showing promise, which I feel will add to
Comes to World Cup activities.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, we hung
Yeah?
out with the Phoenix Rising. We wanted to see what it would take to become a professional soccer player. A lot of hard work. Take a look.
So today, we're going to run through 2 different drills, and then we're going to end off with a PK.
Being a professional football player means putting in the work on the field, even when it's nearly 100 degrees at 9 in the morning.
We'll start off over here. JMO. You're going to come in here like this.
Darnell King, assistant coach and former Rising player, is demonstrating the drill.
You're going to go through. Okay, once you get here.
And Jamison Ping, better known to his teammates as J-Mo, is running them with me.
Up, good feet. Good. Good.
And like any great professional athlete, J-Mo making it look easy. Then it was my turn. And keep in mind, I've never played soccer before.
Nice. Yes, that's right. Ball coming in. Light touches with the dribble. Nice touches. Excellent. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Yellow. Finish. Yeah.
Drills like this and similar is what this team is used to. Days between games and travel is where the hard work lives. Practice starts early and is structured methodically.
Through the week, they practice every day. We start with a warm-up with our strength coach. They obviously have gym and do things like that. If they have their prehab, they got to come in early and make sure they get that done. Then we go normally through like a passing segment or something to activate them a little bit to get them going for whatever we're doing on the day.
King, a former Phoenix Rising defender and captain, transitioned into a coaching position 2 years ago.
Just being able to pass my knowledge kind of in my own way. I mean, the guys that I work with give me the reins to kind of experiment and do things my way to get comfortable in my role. So I think that's been probably the best part.
As a player, he helped the club win its first USL championship title in 2023. The 2026 roster is stacked with talent, including J-Mo. He joined Phoenix Rising Youth Academy at 12 years old, and at 16, he became only the second player from the academy to sign a professional contract with the club.
Obviously, it's very special because, I mean, just not that many people have done it, but obviously, it's just a stepping stone of where I want to go, so I just got to keep pushing and keep working hard.
Now, 2 years into his professional career, he's excited about watching players he's inspired by on the World Cup stage.
I've always liked Messi, like watching him, and then obviously I was always smaller growing up, so I would try to play like him. But I really like Pulisic too, obviously on the national team. I've really enjoyed watching him when I was younger.
Jamison started playing soccer at 3 years old. Right away, he started dreaming big.
I had a backyard I would play in, and I would just envision myself like I was playing in front of a bunch of people, you know, being a pro, and I would say that's where it started. Like, that was the best times of my life, you know, just by myself in the backyard when it was raining, you know, just kicking the ball. I would say, yeah, that was when I wanted to be a pro.
In those moments of solitude, he was manifesting those dreams.
Training's pretty intense, especially out here in this heat, but yeah, it's fun, you know, it's the dream.
Des, such a great report.
Yeah, J-Mo was awesome. The whole team was incredible. We're appreciative that they were hosting us during practice. But yeah, so if you want to watch any World Cup games with them, you only have 2 more chances to do so.
Okay.
So there's a watch party tomorrow for the U.S.-Turkey game. That's at 7 p.m. at Tombstone Brewing.
Okay.
And then July 19th, that's the last one to watch the tournament finals. That's at Backyard Desert Ridge at noon.
I'm telling you, this U.S.-Turkey game tomorrow is going to be huge.
Oh, I feel like all eyes on that, right? We have a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
Hey, by the way, so we were just having fun the other day. We were kind of, as we are prone to do, ad-lib on the TV morning show. And Des, you said, I am all in on...
Ghana.
Here we go. Celebrating in the streets, Des. They pulled off the fact that they pulled to a draw with England, always one of the favorites every 4 years in the World Cup, was a really big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. They were able to pull that off in Tuesday's match in Foxborough, which has also been a pretty talked about hotspot for these World Cup matches as well. Scotland fans also really excited and taking over part of Foxborough too. But yeah, you can see the celebrations in the street. They are excited for the hometown team.
And then at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, give me Croatia for the big win against Panama. Believe me, things get more rowdy as the event goes on, but this is them basically just, are they
Were they still watching the end of the game here? There we go. I was going to say, we're waiting for the moment.
So great.
All right, there you go.
All right, so I had picked Croatia to beat Panama, and sure enough, they did. It was 1-0. And so here's the interesting thing, Des. One of us is no longer going to ride one of our favorite teams here because on Saturday, it's Croatia versus Ghana.
Oh.
And look at this parade. That was the thing I wanted to see. Croatian supporters by the hundreds, if not thousands, filling the streets in Boston.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. So what I'm trying to think, do we come up, like, are we going to bet against each other, or is like winner get, loser get?
Let's do this. Let's bet a week's vacation. Whoever wins gets a week vacation next week.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah?
I'll take it. Sure,
Okay.
I'm already off.
So am I.
Sorry. Oh, I forgot.
So,
all right, there you go.
Win, lose, or draw.
Win. Oh, what are they going to do without us, Ron?
Oh, Des, believe me, there's been a lot of crying.
At 11:30 all week.
There's been a lot of crying. So I mean, that's the thing.
Dave goes, we're just going to go to black.
Dave, don't
Dave.
do that. I don't know much about the way you plan everything, but I would say don't go to black.
Yeah, Dave, you can
We'll
take
try our
over.
best. Yeah, me and our director Glenn, the other producers, we'll all just hang out. It'll be fun.
That would be very interesting for a week. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love it.
Well, we're all getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July, and man, what a year. I think we're going to have John Netzel on one more time here in our 11:30 show later in the week.
Good.
Just to talk about America 250. It's been amazing to study up on all of these various events and put these half-hour shows together, which you can now watch on Fox 10 TV in the late night hours, and then on Fox 10 Extra, where we are right now, and then also on YouTube and the free Fox local app. So
amazing.
It has been a
Good.
great journey.
It's a big
that's for sure.
celebration this year. 250. It's a big birthday, America.
Yep. All right. That's it for today. We leave you from Oshkosh, but Ty and Anita are 2 minutes out. 2 minutes.
Hey, welcome back in for the noon Fox 10 Talks. We're going to begin with breaking news. We had a turquoise alert we have been talking about all day long, and that turquoise alert has been canceled. The 13-year-old in question who was missing has been found.
So that is the good news to report at this noon hour. But the man in the photograph, he has been located in Globe and is now in custody. So she was last seen, that girl, that 13-year-old girl, was last seen at a Circle K near Meridian Drive and Superstition Boulevard last Friday in the Apache Junction area. Now, according to police, she got into a family fight, refused to get in the family car, and then walked away. And then she was last seen getting into the vehicle with this man. So what exactly transpired? What happened? Well, that is what police are trying to figure out happened. But the good news to report on this Wednesday at noon is that that 13-year-old girl that was at the center of that turquoise alert is now safe.
We will have more information as it comes in and on later editions of Fox 10 News. Other big story that we are following is, of course, the extreme heat. It's almost July. It hits. It's here. But it's still tough to deal with, though.
Yeah. So this is a live look from our South Mountain Tower cam looking to the north. A few little puffy clouds out there earlier, and we were hoping that maybe we would even get a few raindrops, Crystal, but that didn't really happen here in the valley. But you said that you were out and about and you got a few?
You did. I was in the West Valley for the weather balloon launch that I did on air this morning, and we got I would say maybe 16 raindrops, which was, woo! I was excited about it. They were kind of big guys, too.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, surprisingly. And Brian, the photographer, he said that he got some driving to come get me as well. So there's been some brief sprinkles here and there.
We like that, right?
I think the heat is a little more tolerable when we have
a few
the cloud
sprinkles.
Coverage.
It gives you a happiness.
Yeah.
Makes you
There's
allow
a mental capacity to
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the heat?
Please.
We'll start with the temp that we are currently dealing with, which is 105. I'll tell you what, guys, 8 a.m., it was already hot outside because that humidity is making it feel sticky as well. So our winds are about 10 miles per hour, just under, out of the west at that 105 temp. But actually, if you look around the valley, those numbers are hot for everybody. So we're at 107 right now in Goodyear, 101 in Deer Valley, 102 in Mesa, but Maricopa is also rating at 107. So there are some seriously warm temps already, and of course it's only 12:02, so we've got a few hours still of warming that is ahead of us. As a result, no surprise, those extreme heat warnings are in place, and actually even in southeastern Arizona, where it was going to expire later today, it has been extended through 8 o'clock tomorrow. So for anywhere you see shaded in pink, the Valley, La Paz County, and then southeastern Arizona, now through tomorrow evening, we are under that extreme heat warning because temperatures are going to be on the high end. The issue is this dome of high pressure that's sitting over the southwest part of the country right now. That's what's cooking us. High pressure is helping to wrap moisture over us, which is allowing for a few showers or sprinkles, but it's also what's making the temperatures so hot. It slowly declines to the south some the next couple of days. We will still be hot, but today's probably the pinnacle for our temps. And then we will notice as we go into the weekend that area of high pressure shifts eastward, allowing the door to open for a trough to the north. We don't get all the stormy weather, but we will get more mild air and windy conditions heading into the weekend. So that's one kind of part of the weather story. The other part, guys, is the wet weather out there. Now, radar's playing a little bit of a trick. It's making it look like there is a lot of rain out there. I do not believe that to be the case, but I do want to show what radar is showing. So right now, this is what I believe is mostly virga, so rain that's trying to fall out of the clouds. It's still kind of dry at the surface, so a lot of it evaporates, but you do end up getting little spots of sprinkles here and there. So a few sprinkles sitting up against the White Tank area in the far West Valley, and then it looks like a couple out in the far loop of the East Valley around 202 up to Fountain Hills as well. This is going to kind of remain the chance as we go throughout the day. These little pockets of some spot showers are going to be possible, but very spotty and light at best down near the valley. Better rain is up as you go north, so Mojave County has scattered showers all over the place and some thunderstorm potential there. Same thing in the afternoon up in the high country. There's some thunderstorm potential. You can see right now Coconino County, just east of Flag, there's a couple of showers. And then over in eastern Arizona, just starting to see some of these showers come to fruition up in the mountaintops. Right now this is light rain, but it may turn a little heavier in pockets as the day goes on. So this is the future cast as we roll forward. And you can see the model does show those little blips of green over the valley. So again, a sprinkle here or there is possible. That's about it. Otherwise, those showers and thunderstorms mostly in northern Arizona by 4 or 5 o'clock. And then that shower and storm activity moves eastward overnight. By tomorrow morning, yet again, a low chance of a sprinkle or two around the valley, but I think a better chance in the high country. And guys, we'll take a look at that 10-day coming up at the end of the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, stay put, will you?
Yes, okay. When it gets as hot, we get a lot of help. Yeah. we get a lot of help from different agencies, including the Salvation Army. And so they have heat relief stations set up. They're going to help people in this extreme heat. They're going to help them stay safe. You need water, you need sunblock, you need proper shoes, you need shade. So the Salvation Army is opening 10 heat relief stations across the valley today and tomorrow. They're going to be open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And again, they're offering water. They're going to look just like this, so anyone can just walk right up. They're offering water, a place to cool off. List of all the locations will be right there at fox10phoenix.com. Salvation Army says it's helped already more than 24,000 people in Arizona only since May 1st, so just a couple of months. 38,000 bottles of water have been distributed. So.
And a reminder to hikers, whenever it gets this hot, all of those very popular trails will be closed. That includes Camelback Mountain and Piestewa Peak. They are closed between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. And then at South Mountain, the Holbert Trail, the Mormon Trail, and the Walpole Loop Trail, and the access to the National Trail from the Pima Canyon Trailhead will have restrictions just because of this heat. All other trails at South Mountain will be open to hikers at all times.
Okay, so it is your turn to chime in and vote. Question of the day, our poll question at noon on Fox 10 Talks. How hot is officially too hot before you refuse to go outside? You only go outside when you have to. 80 to 90 degrees, 101 to 110, 91 to 100, and anything above 111. 74% of you say, I'm staying put. Ty, we don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, I know.
But the nice thing is, my commute's at like 3:30 in the morning, so it's still
not too
only
bad,
99.
right?
It's only 99.
Only 99.
We're not in triple digits just yet, but when we get home in the afternoon, we definitely do hunker down and try to stay as cool as possible. Go ahead and vote. We want to hear from you. We'll try to revisit that poll question with Crystal when she does her 10-day.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so America is celebrating a 250th birthday. If you've been living under a rock, now you know. Coming up on July 4th. And there are some very fun events taking place here in the Valley for the occasion. And guess who we have here? We have Julia Taggart. She is joining us. She is the president of the Sunny Slope Historical Society in North Phoenix. So, Julia, first of all, let's start with your job sounds cool. What exactly does that entail?
That entails so much. I wear so many hats like you guys, doing exhibits, planning events, making sure the museum's running well, and doing lots of community events with history. So we just did the Legacy of Don Bowles this past week.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So.
And there is so much history.
Yeah.
People don't realize that.
Oh, yes. I don't think people know Sunny Slope turns 115 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, we were founded in 1911.
Also a big anniversary.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So you have a really big event coming up, special events starting with water and food drive. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so the North Mountain Visitor Center, operated by the Saber Mountains Foundation, is helping us with a water drive. So they are collecting bottles of water all the way until July 5th, and July 6th, the Desert Mission will be picking them up. So we're hoping to fill the entire classroom up with cases and cases of water. As we know, it's very hot for people. And then the Sunny Slope Historical Society, we're doing a food drive for the Desert Mission. So we're trying to get canned foods, toilet products like paper, pads, tampons, things like that to give to the Desert Mission, which is turning 100 in 2027.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, let's just kind of talk about why do you think it's so important to, I guess, preserve some of these really cool spots that we have in Arizona? Because unfortunately, it seems like downtown Phoenix especially, we have these old buildings, they get razed and then they put up these giant apartment buildings. But I love what you guys are doing in Sunny Slope, trying to preserve that history and that culture of Arizona.
Yes, well, we can't get it back. A lot of those building materials you can't recreate.
Yeah.
And those stories are priceless. So we're working on getting Acacia Library historic status, and that will be the only historic library active with the city of Phoenix. So, and that is the smallest branch in the city of Phoenix, and it's such a beautiful building.
Remind us where that is.
So that's off of 7th Street in Townley. So it was done by Benny Gonzalez was the architect, and some of his buildings have been demolished, but he only did 2 for the city of Phoenix.
Wow.
Take us through that process. This must be a lengthy one, trying to get historic preservation status.
Look
right?
at her laugh.
I know. It's like, first of all, how do you decide which building you're going to fight for? Because there are so many. And second of all, where do you start?
Yeah, so it is a hard process. It's very long. I feel like it's aged me.
Well, you don't look a day over 19.
No, thank you. It depends. Like you said, you can't can't save every building, so we try and make a list of what should be saved first. And then you have to see if the owner is willing to sign a Prop 207, which means they're not going to sue the city for gain historic status. Because if you go with the city's historic status preservation overlay, that means they cannot demolish or alter that building in any way.
Ever. So, for example, if they wanted to do a remodel in their bathroom,
they would inside is fine, but outside has to be approved by the City Preservation Office and the Commission. So it's a lengthy process, and then if they do sign the Prop 207, you go to the HP Commission, and you have to have it be initiated, and then wait for 4 other meetings where it goes back to the Commission, then it goes to your local village planning, then planning and Commission, and City Council. So it's like a year-long process.
Wow. How can folks get involved, Julia, if they wanted to help you do what you do over there?
We would love the help. I would love it. You can follow us on our Facebook page, the Sunny Slope Historical Society, or sign up for our newsletters online and let us know what buildings you want to see be saved and how we can help you with that process as well, because we want to save as many as we can, but it's hard, as you guys know, when it's just one person doing a lot of the work and the forms and things.
Let me ask you this personally. How did you get involved doing this? Because you are kind of the younger generation. I feel like the younger generation's like, I don't care, raise it, put up something new.
I got involved because our historical society in Sunny Slope was going to close after COVID. We had lost a lot of volunteers, and we didn't really know if it was going to stay open. So I kind of, took the reins and helped with a different approach of doing an event for Legend City, which was our amusement park we used to have here back in the 60s to 80s, and learned a lot more and saw buildings were getting demolished, and we need to save them, like the Sunny Slope Rock Garden. So it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, we still have about a minute or so left. What is the history of Sunny Slope? Who started it, and how has it grown?
Yes, so William Norton founded Sunny Slope June 2nd in 1911.
Wow.
He made the first subdivision, and it was for people who were having health issues with tuberculosis. They came out here to get better. John C. Lincoln's wife lived to be 102 when she moved out here, and she only had 4 to 6 months left to live.
Wow.
So we have a beautiful mountain range. We have the Desert Mission Food Bank that's been there since 1927. So it's a beautiful place to live.
I love it. I just went to Oso last night, the Sunny Slope location, and they kind of had like a cool little homage to Sunny Slope and some of the old photos that they have there.
Yes, we worked with them on that to honor the history.
I was going to ask. I bet this is...
Yeah, that's one of the oldest restaurants left in Phoenix.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's been 65 different restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's one of our hopes is with new developers, they can kind of see what Oso did and how they can honor the history of a building inside so people can come back and look and remember what it used to be.
What is old is new again.
Yes.
You brought some props, and this is something you can stop by really quick. Where's your office?
The Sunny Slope Historical Society, 737 East Hatcher Road. You can get a commemorative 250 bookmark and postcard. We have stickers, so many fun things, and you can add to our exhibit what America 250 means to you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Julia, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for coming, and this is fun.
Yes, this was so much
I'm
fun.
going to come stop in and visit.
Oh, we would love to have you.
All
You're a
right.
local
After he goes to Oso.
After I go to Oso. Julia, we're going to get beers first, and then we'll go. Okay. I love it.
Thank you.
All right.
We appreciate it.
We're going to take a quick break. Much more Fox 10 Talks at noon after this.
Welcome back in, everyone. A lot going on, a lot of
Mhm.
celebrations, a lot taking place.
And we love our local businesses here, especially the Pemberton. For those of you that don't know what the Pemberton is, we've got two folks here that are going to tell us about this. We have Colton, who is the beverage director, and then we have Mel, the general manager. Thanks for both of you for coming in.
I'm not sure
Thanks
which
for
job
having
is
us.
more fun.
Mine.
Yeah, okay. I
Mine
think
for
so.
sure.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
But you guys are doing something for. I'm blocking the cool drinks here. There we
Oh,
go.
there
Look
we
at that. You guys are partnering with the Phoenix Zoo to do something kind of cool. Walk us through what you guys are going to be doing.
Yeah, so we actually partner with the Phoenix Zoo to raise some money. They're an amazing nonprofit. We love everything that they do. It's also Pink Flamingo month, or it was Pink Flamingo Day yesterday. And so for this month and up until August 16th, we're donating $1 from every Pink Flamingo drink directly to the zoo, which is this drink here. We're also giving anyone who goes to the zoo that shows us their passes 15% off of their bill as well.
Why the pink flamingos?
So the pink flamingo is actually our mascot at the Pemberton, and so it kind of aligned perfectly. So we're going with that.
I love it.
Have you guys done this before?
Not with the zoo, no.
So first year.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet they were really excited when you guys approached them and said, "Hey, let's have a little fun."
Yeah, it was really cool because they invited us to come down and go into the enclosure with their pink flamingos.
Oh, that is
Did they
cool.
have any babies?
Yeah. No, nobody real small in
Oh,
there.
they're so cute.
But they did have a single dad named Griffin. Yeah.
Shout out single dad.
Griffin deserves a pink flamingo drink.
So, Colton, walk us through what's in a pink flamingo.
So our guests at the Pemberton love their tequila. And I don't know if you've ever had a traditional Paloma tequila grapefruit juice, essentially. It's kind of a riff on that. So it's a watermelon cucumber Paloma. So we have Blanco tequila, a little bit of lime, a little bit of sweetened watermelon puree, some cucumber bitters, then we top it with Rio Red, like dry grapefruit soda.
Did you come up with this, Colton? This recipe?
Yeah. I put this cocktail on our menu last year, shortly after our grand reopening.
Very cool.
And there was obviously a good response, big response.
Everyone, people love them.
How much fun is it for you to be able to kind of come up with the cocktail menu? And that must be kind of hard too, right?
It's it can be a little challenging. It's everything's fun until you do it 1 million times, and we have about 90 cocktails total throughout the property. So.
You guys are located where?
Right on 2nd Street in between Portland and Moreland. So
Okay, so somewhat historic, right? I mean, it's an older Phoenix neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we were just talking to the Sunny Slope Historic Preservation about the importance of that. It must be pretty neat to be able to be a part of the community in that sense, and bring something old that is new again into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're in the Evans Churchill neighborhood, and then we get our name from the Sarah Pemberton house, which is the historic house on property. So it is really cool to sort of be a part of Phoenix history like that.
For people that have never been to the Pemberton, I guess how would you classify the vibe, as the kids say? What's the vibe of the Pemberton?
The vibe is kind of all over the place at times. It's I call it like an outdoor art museum, botanical garden, but with bars.
Okay.
So
that's a very good descriptive.
Yeah.
I guess idea of what it is.
Yeah, it kind of covers all the angles. If you come before 10 o'clock, it's just like a chill place to walk around, have some drinks, talk with friends. If you show up
Before 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.?
If you come before 10 p.m.
I'm just checking
don't come
because
before
10 a.m. I can make it 10 p.m. I'm in bed.
No, and then after 10 p.m., we kind of turn into an outdoor nightclub.
Oh, fun.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have DJs every weekend. We have live music. We also have a pool that a lot of people don't know about. So yeah, it's kind of anything you're looking for, we have at the Pemberton.
How much longer will you have the drinks on special?
Till August 16th.
August 16th.
Yeah.
I'm told we can try them.
You said you put extra tequila in ours, right?
Yes.
Cheers.
Yeah,
cheers.
Triples.
Okay, chug it. No, there's no alcohol. We don't want to get an FCC violation.
I made these mocktails. But
Oh, they're very good.
grapefruit, a little bit of watermelon.
I like that.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is really refreshing.
I don't love salt, but I like the salt on that.
Good.
It adds to the sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Okay,
really good.
here's to the flamingos.
Did you bring us like a little tequila for after though?
Yes.
It's in the car.
Yeah.
No.
My man.
We'll meet you there. One more time, the address and how people can come check you guys out.
It's 1121 North 2nd Street, and you can come Thursday through Sunday after 5 p.m., except for Saturday and Sunday. The pool does open at 2 p.m., and it is free.
You're getting grapefruit juice everywhere.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Now it's in your hair.
Now it's sticky in my hair, and I just washed it. Great.
I'll get you a towel. You'll be fine. You guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
From one animal story to another.
There we go.
Something new at Wildlife World Zoo, and this is all the way out in Litchfield Park.
Take a look at their new little cows.
All right, there are 3 new fluffy faces here at Wildlife World Zoo, and I'm here with Danielle, who's going to help introduce us. Come on over, tell us who we've got here.
So we are so excited about these new arrivals at Wildlife World. These are our mini Highland cows. So little Dandelion here, she is a mini Highland cow, and then the other 2 are going to get quite a bit bigger, and Dandelion's staying a little smaller. So Poppy's going to be right there in the middle. She has those bangs that everyone loves, and then right over there we have Tulip.
Let's talk about their bangs, because they're funny to see, but there is some practicality to them as well.
Absolutely. So that's going to help keep their eyes and their face protected and from pests. They have those long eyelashes as well. It's also going to help kind of keep the sun out of their eyes. So it has quite a few different functions that help them out, and it's also adorable.
And their fur coat that we see being brushed so beautifully. What about in this heat? How do they stay cool?
Yeah, so we do have those temperature accommodations in place, and we're currently building a custom barn for these guys. So you can see them 365 days a year here at Wildlife World, and you can also book those new morning encounters with them.
Let's talk about that. The weekends during the summer, not only can you come see them, but there's a fun experience that Wildlife World Zoo is doing as well. Tell me about it.
So our moo mornings are going to be Saturdays and Sundays, 8:30 to 9:30, June through July. So guests can come out, they can have mimosas and muffins and yogurt parfaits and enjoy that brunch with our little Highland cows. You can meet them, you can get hands-on with them, and have those photo opportunities with them as well. It's also going to include admission to the zoo that day. It's nice and early, so it's not too hot yet, and something Wildlife World has never done before, you're going to get a ticket for a return visit as well.
I think that if you haven't seen them in person, you've seen these Highland cows all over social media. Why do you think that the internet has fallen in love with them?
People seem to really connect with them. So these little Highland cows are really great because it connects people with animals, which connects people with wildlife as a whole. So we are so excited to have these little guys here, and people can go to our website, wildliferworld.com, to book an encounter with our new arrivals.
Zoo hours during the summer, we're not only working with the animals to keep them cool, we're trying to keep the guests cool too. What can you tell people about hours?
So through the summer, we're going to be open at 8 a.m. Zoo exhibits will close at 4 p.m. and the aquarium at 5 p.m., which is fully air conditioned, and we have those air conditioned buildings throughout the park as well.
I think I've decided that I got to get some bangs so I can look like, this is Poppy, right?
Poppy.
Poppy and I, we're going to have the same haircut, just you wait.
That's cute. Sometimes bangs are easier.
That is such a fun thing to do.
It's very cute.
And they are
Super cute.
They are cute. They're well behaved too.
Little fluff balls.
All right, Chris, we brought you back because we have some trending stories, and we want to, get your opinion on some of these as well.
Happy to provide.
Do you want to read the first one, Anita?
Sure. New research shows that Gen Z feels guilty taking lunch breaks and ends up skipping meals at work.
Not me.
The data by food tech company Easy Cater revealed in their 2024 lunch report 47% of Gen Zers miss out on lunch twice or more per week. Study found that only 38% take a break away from their desk every day during lunch. Researchers say companies need to encourage breaks in order to promote a successful work environment. Ty says he likes his lunch breaks, although I never see you take one.
Yeah, well, I don't really have time for them.
I know. I will eat on the in between walking from one studio to the other.
Well, you watch me eat each morning. She knows my schedule so much that you'll say when I eat early, like, "Oh, you're a half hour early. What's real hungry this morning?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Lay off me.
The only way to compare this is we're all married, and we all just know each other's schedule.
Well, and our computers are right next to each other while we're on air.
Yeah.
So I'm just
I said that the other day. I'm like, Crystal, you're eating breakfast early, and she's like, I have meetings after work. I have lunch here.
A busy day.
I had a whole thing.
I was not shaming you.
No, I didn't feel shame.
I hope you
I just love that you know me well enough that you're like, a little early brekkie today.
A little earlier than usual.
True.
All right, well, from lunch to dinner, how about this? A new survey reveals dinner is the most stressful part of the day for nearly half of parents. So, Crystal,
Fair.
you're the only one here that is a parent, so we need you to
It can be stressful. That's
listen
for
to
sure.
this. 49% of parents say dinner is the most stressful mealtime, with 57% reporting they feel rushed or overwhelmed during busy periods. More parents say they spend the most time planning and preparing dinner than actually sitting down to eat together. And then listen to this. Nearly 9 in 10 keep quick meals or staples stocked in the fridge or freezer, and 82% say versatile foods simplify family meals by stretching across lunches, snacks, and dinners, making meals easier to plan through the week.
Okay, you have a 2-year-old now.
Yes.
And what's meal planning like for you guys?
Well, I do meal prep some of her like favorites that I know I can just give her. Like I always have a bunch of frozen, this like pasta and red sauce I make because like I can always just cook her a little bit of that. But we're trying to get her to be more adventuresome in her choices of food.
How's that going?
Not great. No, the girl likes a mac and cheese, let me tell you. Yesterday I made a homemade flatbread, and she likes bread normally, and so I gave her some, and she took a bite, and then she looked at me and went, yuck.
What?
To your face?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Toddlers are very honest.
The other day you showed us the cutest video of her, like you were asking her words, and she was saying like bananas, which strawberries,
yes.
and a couple of other
well,
things.
she's like, this is the age where they're a parrot now, so you have to be very careful with what you say because
Very
they
careful.
will repeat it. Yeah.
I just like yuck.
Yuck.
She did eat a few more bites though, to be fair, afterwards, but she did not finish
Tell the
it.
grape story from last week. You had grapes. You washed
they
the
were my grapes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I went to wash them in the sink, and she thought I chucked them in the sink, like threw them away, I guess. She said, "No, why?" Because she wanted them. I'm like, "I'm just washing them. You can still have them."
I thought that was cute.
We love Sophia's stories around here.
Yeah, we do.
She's a cute little
I guess
girl.
at 2, you just give them
Free
whatever.
entertainment.
Yeah.
You can thank you.
All right, you got about 90 seconds left. One last check of that forecast, can we?
Yes, yeah. Pop it on up. The one thing I didn't get to earlier in the show is that there is high fire danger. Once the rain chances end, which we've got this afternoon and then again tomorrow, especially in the high country, but the low 10% chance in the valley. Once that ends, the winds start to increase. So for the high country and even the east edge of the valley, where you can see the foothills, there is a fire weather watch. It'll likely be upgraded to that red flag warning for Friday and Saturday for some parts, but most parts through Sunday for gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it's definitely strong enough that it could cause some issues. Just a heads up, and we'll talk more about that in the days to come, I'm sure. And then there's the 10-day Foxcast. Our temperature at 112 today, 111 tomorrow. Like I said, there's that isolated sprinkle chance today and tomorrow morning. But otherwise, it's generally a dry forecast for the valley. You can see we stay at 110 on Friday, and then the drop's pretty quick over the weekend. 107 Saturday, 103 Sunday. Sunday's the bottom out of the 10-day, but next week doesn't look too bad. I will say a few people have been telling me that their phone app has been saying we're going to be in the 90s next week.
I saw the same thing.
A few people have asked me this week, so